Hello, everyone. It's Diane, the massage mentor. I'm live here with Angela Pio Wagner,
That's it.
and I met you a long time ago. One of the things I just have to say right away is that when I went into your massage school, well, we can give it people a few minutes to get on. But one of the things that I loved was when I walked in, and what does it say on your stairs going upstairs when you walk in the
Oh,
door?
peace, breathe, tranquility. I can't remember all of them. Calm.
But
All the.
that's one of the things that really drew me in because as time has gone on, you see schools get a little bit more, and you could feel the personal touch and like the homey feel of your place. So when I walked in and I saw that on the steps, I was like, I am in the right place.
We
So I
get
really,
that a lot. We get that a lot when I have students come in that want to come to a massage school. I always hope they go to other places before they get here because once you get here, it's like coming home. We have couches here. We
yeah.
have water fountains and, all the typical massage stuff, but we have couches here. We have, students lounging around studying. It's more like home than going to school.
Yeah, and I've gotten to take a few classes there, and I've also gotten to get a bunch of massages from your students, and they're always like
Right on, right?
just like a
We're
notch
doing something
above,
right. We're
just a
doing something right.
little.
We actually
So
get people who will write on the reviews or the evaluations that I've gotten massaged everywhere. I can't believe the student's this good. So
it is. It's pretty cool.
the
It's very cool.
testament to our instructors.
But let's bring everybody back so they know
Okay.
what we're talking about. So, Angela, when did you start doing massage?
2000, year 2000.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to school in 1999, graduated in 2000.
And you went to PSMT, right? Pennsylvania
Nope,
School?
I went
No?
to PIMT up in Quakertown.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
very cool. And so when did you decide to start teaching?
I think that came out of a passion that Jim, my partner Jim Funk, and I had, that we both loved doing massage, and I got to teach with him at that former school. And there just wasn't the need for two instructors all the time. And I thought I really loved doing this. And it was kind of his crazy idea, like, hey, we should start a school. And I was like, oh, I don't know about this, but yeah. So we did. We just jumped into it. And it was literally a year from the day we sat and talked about it to the time we're sitting at the state of Pennsylvania in front of the board, applying to become a licensed massage school.
See,
I
that's how
know.
the magic. That's like how the magic happens. You know, you just,
We like to
and,
think so sometimes.
yeah, you just gotta take the plunge. And
Jump in. If you don't jump in, you're hanging on the edge.
so you have a massage school in the PA area in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, and it's called the Academy of Massage Therapy and Bodywork.
Correct.
And what did you find? Okay, so here you are. You're a massage therapist. You love massage, and then you're like, I'm pretty good at teaching. And all of a sudden, you're like you said,
Jim
you're
said
sitting.
that. I didn't.
Oh,
Told me I had to teach, but I'm glad he did.
so then you're off. What was the biggest challenge that you faced when you started?
Well, I think the biggest challenge was being amongst our peers. We're not a very big school. We still aren't a big school, but we're not concerned about being big. We just want to be really good, and I think we're heading in that direction, or we've gotten to that. I think the challenge was just trying to have a great product with everything else that was going. There's a lot more massage schools out there when we started than there are now, and we're still here. So that's a testament to us. So I think that one of the challenges was quality, showing that we were a great school and that we could be considered as one of the places that somebody should go to get a good education.
And that's true. That's a good point that I've thought of before this, but then you just reminded me that you have been around since 2007, and there has been a lot of ups and downs in our industry, and also schools that just go poof and
Yeah,
they vanish
yeah,
in the night. So it is pretty awesome
it
that
is.
you've endured some of those changes for sure. And what would you say some of the changes you've seen, like positive changes you've seen in our industry as a school?
I like that the medical community is really embracing massage therapy. I really like that people are becoming more aware of massage therapy and that it's what it does. And I think that's just the community at large that's doing it. You massage enough people. Remember that old commercial? You tell two people, you massage enough people and they feel the healing power of touch. They're going to tell somebody else. And it's just broadening. It's just a very high demand to get people to to fill places for massage therapy. It's one of the hottest markets we've seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm. And
So
what
it's
about the education itself? What are some of the
good.
evolutions or positive changes you've seen in the?
You know what I like? I think they're starting to, I don't like to use the word standardized, because I think in massage, it's not a one size fits all ever for anybody, but I think they are trying to, the FSTMB, ABMP, AMTA, they're all trying to at least pull a little bit together so that we do have um, not such quite a broad sense of massage therapy. I know I'm not explaining this properly, but they're trying to standardize a little bit. So effleurage is effleurage, and just trying to make it so that across the country, it's a little bit more. People know what they're getting when they go in there, as a rule of what it can heal and how it can help.
And I saw that. I didn't know this about you. I did a little more
Uh-oh.
research. I mean, I've known you for a long time, but so you do Thai, you do myo, lomi sports, neuromuscular, hot stone, cupping, and you also are a part of forearm fusion, which is a
I
technique that you guys have
am.
created.
I
So I mean,
am.
that's pretty impressive in and of itself. I had to just give you that right out there.
I
So
forgot some of them.
so what would you say the mission is of your school? What would you say is the focus? What do you hold most valuable that you feel like, you bring to massage therapists?
So I actually, to be honest with you, when I wrote, you had these questions, and I went back and you said the mission, because I always tell my students when they're doing their business project, you have to have a mission statement. You have to figure out what it is that you want to do. And I'm like, and every time I do that to them, they're like, oh, what's your mission, Angela? So I'm going to give you the big, quick version of it. Committed to the advancement of students in the massage therapy and bodywork fields and their ability to promote health and well-being of humanity while providing educated awareness to the science and art of massage. So, massage is a science and an art, and trying to be able to promote that amongst our students and let them go forth and take that out there is, to all of humanity, is huge. The healing power of touch, there's nothing better. I'm just telling you, it's just almost nothing it can't help.
And what do you view as the most important part of the education for massage therapists? I mean, you have so here like a lot of the continuing classes, which is awesome. We have tons of those, but you get people hot off the streets. I mean, people that have never done a stroke, don't know what kneading is, have never done a massage before in their lives.
I think I have an answer. So I think it's that connection. So what we do is how do I do this? We give people an opportunity to actually touch a body before they start school.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that we do, because there's so many people, you hate to have somebody come in and think, oh, I want to do massage therapy. They get here, it's like, oh, I really don't like touching people. Not really a good start for this career, So we like to try to give them the opportunity to actually do that. But what do I think is the most important part of that is just trying to draw that connection when the light bulbs go off, when they don't see it, but I can see it. I can see that them getting it, and just and receiving it's almost as important to some extent too, because when you know what you're getting and you know what you're giving, that's huge.
Yes.
I know students, I don't love being touched, but I really want to be a massage therapist. For 6 months, you have to be touched, because if you feel what you're receiving, you know what you're giving. And that's huge, and that's important. You have to understand that connection.
I love that. I knew I liked you a lot. I love that. That is awesome. So, okay. So what is the biggest challenge you face with new students then?
Oh, so I got this one down. It has almost nothing to do with teaching. So I hope that you're not shooting for all massage related answers, but
No, I love it.
You come in
Say
with,
whatever you want.
let's say 10 people come in and 10 new students, and you have people from age 18 to 63 who are from diverse backgrounds, from diverse personalities, different ideals, ages, everything. And now you've got to herd them like cats. And try to create some type of unity amongst them. Not everybody's going to get along, but for 6 months, you are a group, you are a unit, and it's just bringing them together so that they can see that forecast, what they want to do, their journey. They're all going to want to end at that same journey. How they get there is sometimes like herding cats.
That is awesome.
So that's probably one of our bigger challenges. Sometimes, Diane, it just you like this class I have now, they really have come together to unify um, each other's dreams and to just support each other. Other times they're so diverse, it's like, okay, we're doing okay, we do make it, but sometimes it's challenging to let them love what they're doing when they're not loving everybody they're doing it with.
So
So
that's like I think a lot of people that have these schools. I mean, you guys just deserve so much credit because you're taking all these people right off the streets, you're putting them in a room, and they have to spend 6 months together,
yes,
touching each other,
yes,
learning about the body,
yes,
getting dressed, getting undressed, and
and
it's
learning
a
things.
huge
Yeah,
deal.
learning things about each other that they didn't think they know, and it goes good the other way too, because sometimes when they do find that out, I always try to tell students, don't ever judge somebody because you don't know what they're going home to at night. And
Yes.
that's really hard, so try to be kind, and it really does come together. I would say 98% of the time it comes together to where it works out. They do learn, and but we teach that in school too. Learn to not judge somebody by what you think you see on the outside. They have got to you got to figure out that they've got stuff going on like you do too, and just respect them and get through your day, and it'll be fine at the end of the journey.
I mean, that's awesome. I love hearing all this stuff because it's so
Good.
needed. It's such good information, and
Yeah,
it's
this we're
something
in a
that we all
great
should be
industry.
we should all be thinking about it all the time. It's not just
Honest to
something that
God.
we should
Yeah.
think about all the time to help us keep being better people and better massage therapists.
And remember, they're going to have these people that you know, you've been a therapist a long time yourself. How many people have unloaded their life on you? And you have got to deal with that whole therapeutic relationship of transference, countertransference, not taking in too much. And it's hard for us because we're healers, we're lovers, we're huggers. We want them people to be good all the time, and they aren't always that way. So it starts in the classroom where, hey, pull yourself together because you're going to have a lot worse than this on that massage table someday.
It's
So yeah,
awesome.
yeah, I
Good
guess that
job.
is.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much for your hard work. Seriously, it's so cool. Okay, so what would you say are some of the most positive changes that you hear from massage therapists as they start this new journey?
Um, the best part is, well, the best part is seeing them transform when they get here. They're a certain way in my chairs over here, and they're this, little scared kid or uncertain parent person that's at this part in their life, and they transform by the time that they graduate. But they're happy. Oh my gosh, they get to do what the unfortunate thing is a lot of times when people change direction partway through life, they have to get a new job. But now they get to do something they've always thought they wanted to and that they loved. And now they really get to do what they love. They get to provide the healing power of touch, and they're happy doing what they're doing. So that transition from, okay, I spent X amount of dollars to go to school, I now have a diploma. And when they first start touching people and people say, oh, when can I book again? Like that whole light bulb that we've been telling them for 6 months not only goes off, but it shines even brighter. And that they're off and running.
Do you remember that? I
I
remember the
do.
first time I gave a massage,
I,
and
I do too. I do
I
too.
remember getting done and then having someone hand me money. I was
You
like,
know, and I have an answer for that too.
"Am I getting paid for
I know.
this?
And I love
This is
this. This was
awesome!"
the best hour I spent in a long time. Nobody bothered me. This is the bomb. Yeah, I don't get it. Every time I get on 422 and I'm driving, all I can think of is I look up and I say, thank you. I'm so blessed that this is not my job, that I don't have to travel on this road every day and sit in this traffic.
Oh
I get
my
to drive
God,
to
right?
my job, put on nice music, listen
Yes,
to somebody, probably snore
yes,
a little bit. I'm there. You
yes.
give that to me every day.
If
I'll
I
do
have
it.
to be on a road at 5 o'clock, I'm like,
I know. I
thank
know.
you so much.
I
People
know.
do it every day. Um, what would you say then? I mean, I think you're giving us a lot of this, and you're doing such a great job. I love everything you're saying. I just want to come and sit with you for like an hour. But
Next week we'll do lunch.
all right, perfect. So, what would you say is the most rewarding part? Well, this is like I'm gonna make this question a little deeper. I'm gonna say, what's the most rewarding part of being a school owner? But also, like I would guess, Angela, from our discussion, this is one of the things I'm always trying to point out to new therapists or therapists in general. Time takes time, right?
Yep.
What's the most rewarding part of being a school owner? But personally, you've had to endure probably a lot of growth.
Are you
So
talking
what would,
about the progression of our school in general, or me
well,
personally?
how about we start with the, what is the most rewarding part of being a school owner, and then how did it help you on a
Oh,
personal level too?
gosh, that's really well, okay, so that's kind of an easy one though, but seeing these people excel, that they can do this. We are so proud. I tell people, and I don't care who's watching, when you leave this school, you'll have the best box of tools that you could get anywhere. My hand on my heart, we give you a fabulous education. So I preface that with seeing them go out and become massage therapists, making a living, improving people's lives, in turn improving their lives. That's, I don't know, it just can't get, I don't know, opening a bank account for somebody just can't be as rewarding as letting somebody go out there and be able to have their own business, to be a viable, citizen with a job, and it's just not hard to do. It's a great time to be a massage therapist.
It
People,
is.
we are in demand, so sending them out there would be one of my greatest joys. I love them while they're here. I love them more when they're out there, because that means they're working. Yeah,
That's a great answer. I
and
mean,
we
you're
need
just so
great
passionate.
massage therapists.
I feel it oozing onto me. It's so cool.
We do. Diane, you've gotten massages from some, so it makes my heart swell when I know that I'm sending out great products out there.
Great products. And so then I'm gonna tie it. I'm gonna keep it going a little bit. On a personal note, what have you learned?
Probably patience, probably a little bit of humility, probably a little bit of tolerance. My kids will tell you that I'm not patient, and I used to say, "Oh, I'm so patient." I'm really not that patient sometimes. So yeah, humility. Prideful, not so much sometimes. You struggle. Every other day, yeah, it's. I've learned to quiet myself too, so to calm down, to step back, to listen sometimes as I talk, which is tough for me some days.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah, two
True.
ears, one mouth. That's why we were designed this way. Listen 2 times more than you talk.
Yes, I love that. I love that. So, okay, we're about ready. We're getting closer to the wrapping up, but I want to
Okay,
know, like, what are some words of advice that you would give someone that was thinking about becoming a teacher in our industry?
I got that. Oh, a teacher? Okay.
A teacher. We'll start with that.
Um, my big thing is don't worry about being the biggest school out there. There's a lot of big schools out there. A lot of them are closing. Just worry about being one of the better schools. Give an honest, good education. Don't worry about trying to put them through the pipeline. Your word of mouth. I get more students back here from word of mouth. I just talked to a woman today who is trying to figure out how to get her daughter here 2 hours away to go to school
Awesome.
here, and not staying here. She's going to commute somehow.
Oh, wow.
So my point is that we've gotten a good reputation at being a good school, and I'm not big. I don't need to be big. I just want to be good. So
And that you are. I can
that's
vouch for
what
that.
we're trying to do. Thank you.
So, as far as what about just starting out as a teacher, getting your feet wet? What would you say are some things that, any words of wisdom for that?
So, what I would suggest is make sure you go out and work in the industry. Don't, just because you can do massage doesn't mean you can teach massage.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like it.
trust me, I've bounced down that road. But you want to have a job, work in a couple of different places. Um, you know, not just for yourself. Try to research and figure out what it's like to be out there so that you can teach that same stuff. My lectures tend to be a little longer than Jim's because I talk a lot about my experiences, my 20 years of doing this, of traveling to bike events and being a massage therapist in a sports environment, of doing hospice care, of doing home care, of doing going and doing events up at Johnny's house up in the Poconos for not getting, there's no money involved there, giving
Right.
up yourself. So doing everything you can, research so that you can be a better teacher, because you can't teach from doing 10 massages, but when you do thousands of massages and you've worked in a lot of different places, you have a lot more resources inside here to give out there.
I love that answer. Great answer. You're doing so good. Okay, so before we end, one, I just want to say forearm
Forearm
fusion.
fusion. I know it's not a big,
rocks.
yeah, yeah.
And I also want to say that I have your website up. If anyone wants to check it out, if you're local, I highly recommend if you know anyone in the industry that wants to check out a school. Angela's just doing a great job. And do you have
Thank
any
you.
words of wisdom that you would like to leave us with?
I tell all my students this twofold. If you heal with your heart and your soul, it will show up with fulfilled clients. Clients are going to be happy. You're personally going to be fulfilled. And, who we kidding? You're going to see it in your pocket. So, I like to start with the more personal ones, like you'll feel good about yourself and your clients are going to be happy. But hell, we're here to make a buck sometimes.
It's
And
reality.
if it comes from here, it's going to end up in your pocket. So start with your heart and,
Angela, you did so great. This was so
thanks.
fun.
I was so happy that you asked me to join you. The great Diane.
So we're going to sign off, Angela. If you would just sit tight for a minute, since we took a little while to get on, I'd like a few minutes with you after. But
Okay.
everyone, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.